Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Kicking Aces here in World of Tanks. And yes, it has been a while. Today we are driving the Cromwell, the Tier 6 British medium tank. And I haven't had this tank on the channel in, by my calculation, about 4 months now. So I am well entitled to put one up again. And it was a viewer request to have the Cromwell or the Cromwell Knight up. And I just so happen to have a really fun and exciting game in the Cromwell. So I'm going to put it up. I think we're long overdue for one of my favorite tanks in the game. That Bat Chat is so much fun at Tier 10, but down here at Tier 6, the Cromwell and the Cromwell Knight are great fun. And to top it all off, we're on my favorite map in the game, Mines, which means we are going to push for the center. And I love this spawn location. If you have the north spawn location and a fast, dominant medium tank like the Cromwell, you can get yourself into this position right here and get free shots at a whole bunch of tanks crossing over towards the far east side of the map towards the islands over there. I did not get a shot into either of those two tanks that I shot at, but we already have two of the enemies taken out. We've established control of the hill, and things are looking pretty good. So now the next thing I like to do when I've taken this position is poke up here on the hill into the enemy base to try and light up some targets, and we see my opposite number, the Cromwell. On the enemy team, we put one shot in, and then I put in a second, and I trade and take one there as well. Bounce one off the lower plate, which was well angled, and then I back away. So one of the things to be careful of when you take this position, it's really dominant. The vision that you create is great, but if you don't have a lot of fire support, you're going to be lit up right in front of the enemy base, right in front of any tanks defending that base. There could be 3 or 4 of them, and guess what they're going to shoot at? They're going to shoot at you. You can lose your hit points very quickly, so you need to be careful. So we relocate, give the opportunity for those guns to point somewhere else, and we have flush shots into the side of this T-43. This is a Tier 7 battle, and it's a Tier 7 Russian medium tank. We put in a number of shots. We damaged his ammo rack, and our allies help us finish him off. And now we've got shots down into the rear of an IS, a Tier 7 Russian heavy tank. We take one into the rear deck there. We put it, the second one bounced, and now we've got an M4A E2. I think it's a Sherman Jumbo down below us there, and he has his gun pointing our way. So again, rather than waste our health and trade early on here, we have this dominant position we can leave whenever we want. So we put a couple shots in, and then we relocate, and once again, we're going to try and open up some spotting lanes on the enemy. And there is a Kaiju, and yes, we are switching to the premium rounds when we see that. And what I'm aiming for there is the center plate, which is the least angled, between the two front guns, the tank boobs, as Quickie Baby likes to refer to them, on the front of that tank. You can shoot those mini guns, those mini turrets as well, but if the tank's looking straight on at you, then they're angled well. If the tank's angled, then there will be a plate on those turrets that you can hit. So we put one in, and then we relocate and see a T-37 pushing up here. We got a chance to put a shot in. We had switched back to our regular round, so pretty good use of the ammo here as well. And we're able to take him out for our second kill of the game. And then once again, we're going to push back up. One thing to also watch out, when you take the hill, don't lose it. If everybody rushes all the way up to the front, then the enemy can kind of push up and take the middle if you forget about it. So there I aimed for the turret on the Kaiju. Again, it's a big like hexagon up top there, and the turret was pointed away from me, so that was a pretty flat shot. But it didn't go in. We relocate, aim for the center plate, and put it in for another kill. Now we roll down the hill, and we have an Oni, Japanese heavy tank. I love doing this to my Cromwell. Get up alongside. That's 2 kills there. Quickly, that's a double kill. And now we've got the E2 again. He puts one into my ammo rack. I try to do a quick repair with the light repair kit. Can't do it, so I go for the quick repair on my heavy my large repair kit, get everything back in operating order here, and now we've got this guy. He's panicked, he's missed a couple shots, we've got his side. I did switch to the premium rounds. The front plate of this tank is really tough for the Cromwell to penetrate. I don't know why it is. Anytime I'm aiming at the front, even if it's not at an angle, I can't pen it. So switch to the premium round so that all my shots are going in. He has a great rate of fire. Boom and boom, we finish off that American heavy there with a kill as well. 4 kills, overkill, in really quick succession, and my allies finish off the heavy tank. So just one enemy left. We have 6 kills. We're on our top gun. One more for the Devastator medal. It's the artillery. And here's my little tip for mines, guys. If you're pushing on an artillery on mines into this base, they're going to be camping in that back corner, right? We know he's back in that corner. There's going to be 2 approaches. You can either go to the right and come across the map border, or you can go all the way to the end and come around the back side of the building. Go around the backside. 90% of the time, that gun is facing the front entrance. It's the closer entrance. So you come around the back. He cannot shotgun. We get our first shot in. Second one in. Secure the kill. 7 kills. Devastator medal. And a really fun, breathless game under 5 minutes in the Cromwell to secure that win on mines. Truly great game. Love this tank. So much fun. Let's take a quick look at the post-game stats. So after a minute to catch our breath, we can see that that was quite an impressive result for the Cromwell. We put up over 2,500 damage and another almost 800 in assistance. We blocked a couple of shots, 22 penetrating hits. I don't think we had any fires that game, so each one of those was a round that went into an enemy tank. Really nice result there. That was enough for an ace tanker, the mastery badge in this tank. We can see we also earned, of course, the high caliber for the amount of damage we did, the Devastator for 7 kills, the Top Gun for 6 kills, and we earned 35,000 credits in a Tier 6 non-premium tank on our premium account. And so now, once more, we'll just take a very quick look at the detailed stats. And here we can see it was 1,952 base XP, so really nice. Didn't quite break the 2,000 mark. The spirits must have been kind this day. I've certainly had my share of 2,000 XP battles being required to get ace tankers recently, especially in good tanks, powerful tanks like the Cromwell and the Cromwell Knight. But today, 1952 was enough to get us there. And we can see that in order to get that much damage, we had to fire 29 shots, 26 of those went in, and 22 penetrations, a couple of bounces off some of the heavier tanks there. We were shooting at some Japanese heavies, and I think the IS might have bounced one at a funny angle when we were above it as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Just a fun romp in a good old fun, fast, medium tank, the Cromwell. A little trip down the nostalgic lane there for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please feel free to subscribe to Meat City Gaming for future content. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.